Welcome to Coffee with Blaine. I forgot what I was doing. This is Coffee. This is Blaine. You're watching Coffee with Blaine. Jason, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Hopefully well. What's up, Kaylin? How you doing? How's life treating you? It's been a long time since I've seen you. One whole day. I've been trying to make it a goal to get on this thing and stream for at least Scott. Good morning, bro. Stream for at least as many days as possible between now and when I leave for Colombia. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. They were so much fun, man. So much fun. It has, Kaylin. It has. Derek, good morning, sir. The reason that I'm on Restream. Thank you, bro. All right. So far, it's only Facebook. Facebook is the primary live stream vehicle today. It's probably because I started later. It's almost 10 o'clock here on the West Coast, whereas before I've been streaming more closer to 9 o'clock. So that's okay though. So I titled this live stream. What did I title it? Setting myself up for the future, I think. Janet, good morning. Good morning. So I figured we could just talk about the future. New year, new me. I think can be helpful, but I feel like we should be thinking longer term. So maybe we can chat about that and watch my viewership go way down. I've been on Facebook all morning. Damn, Kaylin. That's all right. I've been on the internet all morning, but not Facebook. Before we get started too far, I just want to show this off if I can. If I don't spill it all over my keyboard. That is Muffin But Good Vibes coffee mug. He was super cool. Craig came over and he gave me the sticker. Just kind of out of the blue, actually. Gave me that sticker. And he gave me a coffee mug. And he gave Christy a coffee mug, too. And the inside of the mug, you can see it right here, kind of. The inside of the mug is purple, and it matches the logo. And it's super freaking cool. Becky, good morning. Yeah. And I really like the idea of the inside of the cup matching the logo. Giving me ideas. But yeah, super nice guy. I gave him my extra coffee mug as a thank you trade, which was cool. So he has a Dillinger Music cup, and I have a Muffin But Good Vibes cup. All right. So, planning for the future. Go. You're sweet, Kaylin. So Kaylin, actually, Tracy, good morning. Not to get too much off topic, but I used your cup. BB, good morning. I used your mason jar and had a gin and tonic out of it. It was super awesome. Drinking my Dark Horse coffee, light roast, French press style today. And it's great. Had 1 cup of coffee before this. So we've talked about this plenty of times before, and we can steer the conversation wherever. Hey, welcome, my one Twitch follower who never comments. You're awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me. And we got one YouTube follower. Real quick, if you guys haven't checked out my YouTube, I'm trying to build up that channel along with Twitch. So if you get a chance to go over to youtube.com/DillingerMusic real quick, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That would super help me out because you guys are amazing. Thank you. Becky, I was thinking about the future, mostly about work. Paramedics can only work for so many years. I got you. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. I need more jars and start selling them. That's one way to talk about the future. So basically, in my head, Brittany, good morning. Hope you got a good night's sleep. In my head, I want all of my posse, my crew, my extended fam, dare I say, fan base / audience, whatever you want to call yourselves. I don't want to invite you too close to my heart if you're going to break it. I want you all to be successful. I want you all to do well. I want myself to do well too. And I want to share things that I learned with my friends. Basically is what it comes out to be. And I want to be open, and I want to, lift the curtain, if you will. You are Bravo, Ragazula, Bella, Di Mama. I'm not sure what that means, Anonymous, but hopefully it's an awesome thing. Good morning, Heather. Cheers. All right. I'm not a fan. I'm a friend. So that's that, sir. Jennifer, good morning. Yeah. However you want to consider yourself. It's the commune, right? And I want us to be able to create together, and I want us to be able to learn together, and I want us to be able to better ourselves and inspire each other to better each other. And so I was just curious what you guys are doing for the future, because it hits me kind of every year after Christmas. But it hits me especially hard this last year, last 2 years, because basically I was touring every day for 6 months. Good morning, Teresa. Thanks for coming up. And then I was not touring at all, not even playing outside of this room that you see. And then I was touring for like 4 months straight this past year. Give me a coffee with caparacata. I'm not sure what that is. You have such a better grasp on language than I do, Anonymous. I do get coffee, and I got it, and it's amazing. I like mine with heavy cream and cinnamon. Yeah, and there have been a few very unexpected, untimely deaths, unfortunately. R.I.P. Josh. But it gets me thinking about the future, and which is a good thing, because in these 3 years, I have started to realize that I could theoretically play music and get paid until I'm 90. Paul McCartney is still making money off of music, right? Or I could theoretically never play again. Neither of those options sound amazing. Please say this word. I want to look up some of these words, honestly. Just because I don't want to get myself booted off any of my platforms. It says gargle is the translation of that. Interesting. Gargling or gargle solution. Garisme, something like that. I'm very bad at this, and I'm sorry about that. Don't go to Facebook jail. Exactly, Kaylin. Exactly. Yeah. So, what am I saying? Yeah, I could be here for a day. I could be here for a lot of days. Hopefully, a lot of days. I could be playing music for a day. I could be playing music for a long time. I don't have job security, basically. I mean, technically, you guys are my job security. So thank you, by the way. Thank you, bro. Italian is such a beautiful language. It really is. Anyway, so I've been thinking about every year, like, what can I do for future Blaine? How can I make sure that if I stop playing, I'm okay? Have you guys thought about that at all? I know I have a very big variety of age groups and demographics in here. But has anybody thought about that? Like, is anyone doing anything about that? I'm assuming if you have what they call a grown-up job, which that you probably have some sort of 401k going on. But beyond that, is anyone doing anything that is helping them, secure their future? Do you guys have IRAs? Do you guys have other means of passive income? Do you guys own real estate? I have my medical assisting and some college to fall back on. I am trying to grow my photography to add to that security. Okay. So yeah, so that's something I didn't even think about. Thank you, Teresa. My dad always told me, because I told him when I was much younger, I told him that I was going to be a musician and that was going to be my career. And he told me, always have something to fall back on. So I went to college and I got a degree in guitar, and I have private music lessons that I can fall back on with the credentials for that. So is that thing behind you a mandolin? This is an acoustic guitar. Those are great questions. That's an electric guitar. Back there is my electric ukulele. So it's an ukulele, but it's steel string, and you can plug it into an amp, and it's awesome. So just knowledge and prep is great too. So I like that. Brittany, I have a 401k and I own a home. All right, that's some good equity. That's definitely some good equity. Owning your place means that you're not under the pressure of a landlord, which is incredible. And worst case scenario, you can always house hack, basically rent out rooms in your house to pay your mortgage. So that's really, really cool. Pizza, pasta, mandolino. Now I'm hungry. Also a licensed cosmetologist in case my current job of 12 years doesn't work out. Kaylin has nothing to fall back on. Kaylin, you have a steady job. I'm going to take a bet that you and your fiance own a home and he has some sort of 401k. Hard to adult with ADHD, super hard to focus and do all the things I'm supposed to do. Jennifer, good morning. Candace, good morning. I've been trying to up my crafts and hopefully have enough supply soon to open a little Etsy type shop. So that's another great thing though, Candace. Having multiple access to multiple income streams, having a quote unquote side hustle is super cool. I love that. Jenny almost, she turned her Etsy store side hustle into a full-time job, making way more than I do, doing bracelets and earrings and beads and all the things, and she crushes it. Maybe you could reach out to Jenny for some advice opening your Etsy store, because she has that corner nailed down. She's doing so well. So yeah, does anyone have a side hustle? Is anyone getting that extra income to just stash away? Gonna write a book. I love that. That's a great side hustle too, because you can self-publish, especially like through Amazon. And when it comes to that, you write it once and you can theoretically sell it forever, just like music before Spotify. Scoop, what's up? I have a 457B and contribute to my deferred comp. I own my own home as well. Becky, good morning, by the way. 457B, that's basically a nonprofit version of a 401k, if I remember. I think that's the same thing my mother has. That's cool. Do you have a company matching with that? Are you taking full advantage? Because that's basically free money if you max out your 401k contributions. Are you running an IRA in addition to that, or are you just solely relying on that? I just lived my best life. There was a time I couldn't do anything for like 5 to 9 years due to horrible anxiety. Yeah. And honestly, if you have a partner, and having a system with that partner in place is super smart. But I would advise you maybe just look into stuff that you can do for you, things that are automatic, things that won't necessarily affect your bottom line too much, but then just give you a little peace of mind on your own. I like the idea of setting up automatic investments when it comes to like an IRA and stuff. So I have a couple of them, actually. I have a SEP IRA, which is a self-employment IRA, which is like the kind of like a 401k. And then I have my regular Roth IRA as well. So I contribute to both of those, and I just set up automatic investments, reoccurring, and it just shows up or comes out of my bank account every week, and I don't think about it. The fire department matches my, yeah, Becky, see, that's perfect. Definitely max those contributions out, because that's free money, yo. Haven't opened an IRA yet. I'm also looking to a 401k. I'm going to start making jars and mugs and sell them. Side hustle. That's perfect, Kaylin. that the side hustling is great. And if you can just take all of that money and just store it for your future, like a little squirrel with some acorns, you're going to be in great shape. Got all that 401k and stock, but I should have started in my 20s. Yeah, Tracy. That is great. I love that. Scoot. Yes, I am jealous. And now when I'm done with this, I'm going to go get some bacon. Oh, these comments are flying. You guys are awesome. I love it. So is your stock invested in an IRA, Tracy, or are you just trading in a brokerage account? Kaylin, that's so amazing, lucky girl. I can't wait to see your wedding. P.S. I'll take an invitation when the time comes. Laughing. I'll bring a badass toaster as a wedding gift and a little case of J's. Badass toaster. So in my case, a badass toaster would be a toaster oven. You have stock in QuickBooks because you work there. That makes sense. That makes sense. I like that. Have you thought about opening a IRA or a Roth IRA and having that an additional $6,000 compounding for you? Just a thought. I'm just curious. I'm asking everyone. Money is such a taboo topic, right? No one likes talking about money. No one likes talking about their failures with money. So that's one of the ways the system keeps us down. We can't win if we don't have the information. If we don't talk about it, if we don't share our successes and failures, then we can't learn. We can't gain that interest. That's a nice pun. But you know what I mean? Like, no one's talking about this stuff, especially musicians, because we're all broke. So we just say vague generalizations, and then it seems like everyone is trying to keep each other in the dark because they're either embarrassed or they don't want people encroaching on their success or asking to borrow money, which is all fair. Like, but there should be a balance. We should talk about these things to grow as people. It's just one aspect of health: physical health, mental health, social health, financial health, right? If you have that financial health and that security, you can do more things for more people. I'm going to go back through these comments because I'm loving this. I found I absolutely cannot rely on my significant other. I've done that and it's kicked me in the ass. That's true, Candace. And also, in a relationship, you want to bring something to the table, right? People vibe. People who are successful, people who do well, people who have healthy mindsets, they want to encourage their partner to do well as well, to have healthy mindsets, to be able to be self-sufficient. It's the more that you can do on your own and be happy on your own and secure yourself, the more that you're going to be able to be in a relationship on equal footing. And the more you don't have to rely on someone, the less codependent you are. I feel like the better you can be for that other person. The less stressed you are, the everything. Yeah, everybody's in a different boat. That's right. I think I have a hard time talking about money because we're all in a different boat, and it can feel like an attack when someone doesn't get why someone is struggling. But we'd need to open up a conversation. Yeah, everybody is in a different spot. You can't judge an elephant on its ability to climb a tree, right? I can't judge you for being in a financial situation that you are. Just like you shouldn't judge me. Now, if you ask me for help and I say, here's how you got here, here's how you can get out because this method worked for me or whatever, And that's different, right? But you have to be able to not take that as criticism. You have to be able to take it as knowledge, how to grow forward. You can't do anything about the past. All you can do is start where you're at, right? Same thing with the I wish I invested 20 years ago, Tracy, right? Hoping my kids let me live with them and take care of me, and then I can repay all the craziness of being teenagers. That's awesome. Hopefully, you get everything set up so that you can take care of yourself when that time comes. But if your kids wanted you to come live with them, you have that option because you have healthy relationships with your kids. Have to run, but I hope you have a great day. Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. You're awesome. Not yet. We're supposed to be married, but COVID. Yeah. Fire department matches my 401. I haven't opened an IRA yet. I'm also looking. If you have a side hustle, Becky, that makes sense. Your own side business. If it's just you and you don't have any employees, maybe check out a SEP IRA, SEP IRA. That's what I have. In addition, as my self-employment retirement fund, and then I also have a regular IRA. I'm gonna start making jars. Oh, we already listened to that. Can't wait to see your wedding, Toaster Jay. So many comments, guys. You're so awesome. As an entrepreneur, I currently do not have anything to fall back on yet, but my business is still new and evolving. Also co-authoring a book and planning or running a few retreats every year with my colleagues. I love all of that. Yeah, and you don't need a lot. That's the beauty of it. Depending on the platform you're using, and you can always roll over stuff later. So I have a view of every dollar that I get, if this makes sense. So say you want a guitar lesson for me, and I say, okay, and I give you a guitar lesson, and then you send me a Venmo. Instead of looking at that Venmo, and I'm just going to use a easy round number, instead of looking at that Venmo and saying, oh, I have $100. I look at that Venmo and I say, all right, I have $15 to go to my SEP IRA. I have $10 to go to my Roth IRA. I have $10 or $20 to go into savings. And then I have, what is that? 25, 45. I have $5 to go buy something when I want. And then I have $50 to put in my account to cover my living expenses. My name is Mike Oxlong. Good morning, Mike. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. So I look at every dollar like that. I know it's hard when you have expenses that are more so than your income, but if you can start hiding those percentages away and then only tap into them when you need them, you're going to find out one day, you're going to be like, wow, I have some money set aside, even if you're not feeling like you're making any. It's pretty cool. Weege, I got new internet today, by the way. Welcome. Or tomorrow, I guess. No more Century Look. I'm starting my live stream soon. Heck yeah. I love that, Weege. Replying to Kaylin, thank you, known him for 15 to 16 years, but didn't date all but 4 years. Definitely a better half. Deals with my crazy ass. I would love to dabble in stocks, but have no idea where to even start. So one thing that a lot of people do is they're always trying to get you to jump into investing, right? And investing is cool. Don't get me wrong. Oh, yeah, probably. I got it. Trolling it. Love it. Get it, bro. That's Twitch. Just hang out, troll as long as you want, bro. What am I saying? Oh yeah, but a lot of people have debt, and a credit card interest debt is somewhere between 20 and 25% APY. Investing in general, unless you're doing some crazy speculation, you're gonna average 10, around 10%. So if you invest in stocks and make 10% a year, but then you're paying 25% a year on credit card debt, you're actually losing 15% a year. So the best way to get your return on your investment is to pay off the high interest debts first, before you ever even think about investing. I made that mistake early on, and I was tossing this money into different stocks and things because I was learning. And then I realized that it's not doing me any good. I'm still underwater. So I paid off all of my credit cards, and my life has dramatically improved. Now I use credit cards all the time, but I pay them off every week. Only spending what I have. Replying to Candace, same. I get confused with all that. It is confusing. It is confusing. Max IRA, Jimmy J, what's up? Welcome. As long as America keeps doing okay, it'd be good. Yeah, IRA is great, and you're not even necessarily limited to U.S. stocks. I have like an emerging markets fund and an established out-of-country markets fund, all encapsulated in my IRA. How about real estate crowdfunding? You can own a percentage of multiple properties, enjoy return on investment depending on how much you invest. Scoot, that is a cool idea, and I'm actually doing it. I have money set aside in crowdfunding real estate. I won't mention which one unless anyone is in that position and they're interested. You can message me later. But yes, crowdfunding real estate is cool. I like to do it because I love. Oh, Scoot, hit me up afterwards. I'll share my experience with you and hook you up with a referral link if you want to go through with it. I like to diversify my investments. So in addition to stocks and bonds, I also have some crowdfunding real estate, and I have some crypto diversification in there as well. It's great to have not all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. Most arguments are over money, so we should talk about this much more. Yeah, we want to get better. We want a place where we can get better, and it seems to me that lack of financial health causes the most stress and the most downward pressure on every other type of health. It causes me to be more sick. It causes me to be more lethargic. It causes my mental health to spiral. It causes my interactions with other people to dip. Yeah. I think people have a hard time talking about money because we are all in different boats and can feel like attacked when someone doesn't get why someone. Oh yeah, sorry, I already read this one. Get people where it's okay to be in a different spot. Yeah, that's right. We never argue about money. We never have any. Modern problems require modern solutions. Cheers. Now, we just saying this, but he does own his home, if I remember correctly, and he has a lot of stuff investing. And investing, the other thing, investing doesn't necessarily have to be in stocks or bonds or REITs, which is real estate, or cryptocurrency. You can invest in yourself. This microphone is an investment. It's also a business expense. This portable charger is an investment. This keyboard under here, technically both of them are investments. Those guitars are investments. They allow me to expand my business. That's why the better my recordings sound, the more money I make, to an extent. And part of that is on me. I have to invest my time in myself and learning stuff, but I have to invest money in equipment. So investments don't necessarily have to be things like stocks. Welcome to life coaching with Blaine. Conversations are the best. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to work things out in my head, and I'm using you guys as a springboard and trying to get ideas from you. And you brought up a lot of them, which is awesome. The pass is called a pass for a reason. Have a great matching contribution from work. I love that, Heather. Side note, leaving for Ohio for the Tropodelic show tomorrow. Anyone here going? I love Tropodelic. Tell the guys what's up because they're awesome. The horse, yeah. I feel you. My snakes definitely have an upkeep as well. All animals do, but that's an investment in your mental health. Sipping coffee, driving down the road, listening to the vibes. Bless. Scully, cheers. Car notes are the silliest bills to have to me. Drive it into the ground. Yeah, so here's a fun fact. I don't own a car. The last time I owned a car was 2017. It doesn't make any sense for me to own a vehicle. When I'm gone for 6 months a year. In my case, currently Christy has a vehicle, which I help pay for. Like I just put new tires on it. But even when I wasn't with somebody else, I didn't have a car. I toured for 6 months out of the year. I'm in a bus. I'm on a plane. It's cheaper to pay the expense of Ubering places, even when I'm home, because I work from home. Obviously, you guys see me. It's cheaper for me to pay for Ubers when I need to go somewhere than it is to pay a monthly car bill and gas and all the other expenses associated with having a car. That being said, I mean, I'm saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, but that's not ideal for everybody in every situation. If you live far away from where you work and a vehicle makes financial sense because you use it every day, then you should have one. But you should always be conscious about what you have. You have to balance price with excitement. You want something safe, reliable, that you don't hate. But the more you spend on that vehicle, the less money you have for other things. And that's just something to think about. A lot of people love vehicles and they trick them out, and sometimes they can be appreciating assets, but you really have to really have to be cautious. I do, at least. Giving Blaine a ride to Reggae Rise Up was an investment. Exactly, Kaylin. Exactly. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. This is wife. My wife and I have been learning more about it over the past couple of years. It helps a lot. This is what my wife and I. Yeah, Scully. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's all about knowledge and sharing knowledge and getting in that mindset. It goes back to that old adage: you can't fill someone's cup if your pitcher isn't full, or if your pitcher's empty or whatever. You can't help out your friends and family if you have nothing to give. Our situation is unique. We owned a business, made plenty of money, never slept, and ended up having to sell because of pandemic. Even now, we both work regular punch in and out and jobs. I spend my off time making music. We're not poor, but we are living within our means, and we're a lot happier. That's it, Weege. Remember, it's not about having all the money. It's about having enough money to facilitate your lifestyle. You don't need a lot of money, but you don't want to struggle if you don't have to. So finding that balance is key. I love that, Weege. You can depreciate your guitars, but really yours gain value. I do depreciate my guitars, actually, Jimmy. Anything that you buy for a business when you're self-employed, those are write-offs. So that's money that I don't have to spend on taxes. Gas prices are outrageous. I'll bet, Galen. I'll bet. I've been filling up for around almost $5 a gallon. Becky, Weege, vehicles depreciate faster than any other investment. Also, if you're self-employed and you get a vehicle over 6,000 pounds, which includes Teslas because of the batteries, you can write off the depreciation much better, because anything over 6,000 pounds is generally considered a work vehicle. So definitely worth looking into if you do buy an asset, and that's kind of what I'm looking into when I finally do pull the trigger on a car. But I'm putting it off as long as possible. I don't pay a payment on my car. See, if you don't pay a payment on your car, Candace, that's dope. I just saw a comment from Tracy. You can make money by putting your car on Turo if people have an extra view. It's like Airbnb for. There's another side hustle, right? If you're going to have a vehicle, why not have it make you some money when you're not using it? I've considered doing that too, getting a vehicle and then doing that while I'm on tour. But I have to look into it more. Depending on your vehicle, like 2 Dodge Rams and Jeep values are ridiculous. 06 Honda Civic Coupe gets like 32 miles a gallon. Hell yeah. 15 to 19, not quite as good. Love to buy cash for cars, hate payments. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Yeah, the less payments you're saddled to, the more you're living within your means, and the less debt you have, the less stress you have. If for sure love this truck, Cody's only drive it a handful of times. I took it, it's mine. Gas in Virginia is like $3. I don't trust people to drive my vehicles at all. Well, this is more of a insurance. I mean, from what I've read, I think Toro pays all the insurance. I think it takes care of all vehicle damage. Yeah, to me, I feel like it would be worth it. If you had multiple vehicles and one was just sitting, why not make the extra income? Guys, woo! Loving all of this. You guys are amazing. Thank you all for all these comments. It took me a minute to get through, but I appreciate each and every one of them. We're all learning something together. If you guys have anything specific you want to talk about, feel free to DM me, because I want everyone to succeed. And yeah, it's worth talking about this stuff from time to time. I have an 07 Saturn something View. It's my baby, and I'll never give it up until I can't afford to keep it up, I'm guessing. That's good coffee. Jessica Harper, good morning. How are you today? We are in some heavy conversation. We are talking about how we are planning for the future and investing in ourselves. Where we are, what we can do better, what we're doing well that we can share with other people that they might be able to do better. That's the trick. That's the trick. We have a community. We have a wealth of resources with people who have different skills, and we can learn from that over coffee with Blaine. So good. So, any other ideas, suggestions, things that you're doing that you're really proud of or excited about? Things that you're unsure about and you're wondering if anyone else has any experience with them? Like Scoot and crowdfunding real estate. What can I do better? Jessica, speaking of investing in ourselves, you sparked me to do keto over the last 6 months, and I've lost 60 pounds. Thanks for the Jessica. Congratulations. That's freaking awesome. That really is. Yeah, I'm always talking about these health pillars, right? I think I forgot spiritual health in there last time I was talking about them, but yeah, that's a way to invest yourself. You're gonna, I mean, if you want to look at about in just physical health, you're gonna be healthier in general. If you want to talk about mental health, you're gonna have a better self-image. If you want to talk about social health, you're gonna have less anxiety about being out in public and interacting with people in different ways. And if you want to talk about your financial health, you're saving a bunch of future medical bill costs from other health problems that could arise because of that. You're also saving expenses on buying foods that don't benefit your body. So that's everything that you do has a ripple effect in every area of your life. Some are more compartmentalized than others, but they all cross over. Wait, we got another. You guys should start a coffee club like Oprah's book club. One person recommends a type of coffee, and we all go out and buy it and meet back and discuss. I dig that, Scoot. I can dig that. Congratulations. Do it once a week. That's a good. I can dig that. Have to try it. Currently, I'm drinking the Dark Horse Light Roast. If you guys want to try it, I'm sure they sell it and ship it, but I have no details. I'm really bad at shilling stuff, except for my Patreon. All right. That's all I got on that. Hey, save money and then give it to me. Woo! Oh my God. All right. Let's look. What are some things you're hoping for in 2022? Everyone going to Cali Vibes. We should do a coffee meetup before or after. We could probably do that, Kaylin, depending on my schedule and how it is. I'd love to link with anybody who's going to be at Cali Vibes. What are some things you're hoping for in 2022? That's a good question. I've kind of changed my perspective a little bit, Jessica. I have a positive mind frame, and I always love to do little thought experiments of like hoping for this scenario or that scenario, or wouldn't it be nice, right? But I've been more and more getting into this idea of where am I now? What are my situation? What is my situation like? What are my options like? And how can I make the best decisions today? For now and for later. And I find the more that I do that, the more my life becomes a series of better and better options, if that makes sense. So for 2022, I'm thinking, what can I do now? How can I increase my revenue streams? How can I do more travel? How can I play more music? And how can I do cool things with my friends and my fam and my lady? And well, for example, I got a credit card from Marriott in September when I was on the road, and I had a sign-up bonus, and it was realistic for me to achieve that with my normal spending without going out of my way. And I had that money sitting. Christy had flight credit that was expiring. So for Christmas, she got me got us flights to Colombia. And I was able to use all of my sign-up bonus Marriott points to get us 8 days free stay at this amazing Marriott resort in Colombia by the beach. And now we have a working vacation that we're gonna take together. Still gonna work on music. Still gonna do some writing, teach a few lessons, but I get to do that by the beach and have a bunch of adventures. Because when I was back in September, when I was working on stuff, I was like, how can I set myself up? What's a realistic way I can set myself up for something down the road? And now is that time, if that makes sense. So like having that mindset has opened up so many more opportunities for me. What do I want to do? What little bit can I do now for then without putting myself out now? I think once it gets to the point where you're sacrificing everything, you want to achieve that balance like Weege was talking about. Hopefully that's helpful, Jessica. It's just like when you start the keto, right? You're like, what can I do now for later? And now you're reaping the rewards. Cable guy is here. Get it, Weege. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Just do snake reptile research before you go grabbing random reptiles. Oh yeah, Kalen. There's a lot of venomous reptiles down there. I think the fertilance, that's part of its native habitat. There's definitely other venomous snakes there. I do want to see potentially some Colombian rainbow boas and some Colombian boa constrictors. Those I know what they look like, even though they'll probably tag the crap out of me. Love your mindset. Thank you. I mean, this is what's been working for me. I used to hope on external circumstances to change, and I found myself stuck in the same cycle, or putting myself out tomorrow for today. So when I got that urge to take a trip before, or go see that concert before, or whatever, I just put it on my credit card, and then I'd end up compounding that with other expenses when things got tight, and then I was in debt for a long time to finance my life. So I had to pay in the future way more than I ever would have had to pay had I paid in the past. Does that make sense? Doing stuff a little bit in the now or the past pays for those expenditures and pays health rewards and anything you do for yourself, and then it compounds. But if you pay in the future, there's always a much more significant cost. The bacon. I'm excited. So, the question I want to ask you, Jessica, is what can you do today for yourself that will make the rest of your 2022 awesome? That's a good question for everybody. Let's leave on that. We'll probably be back to chat tomorrow. So, hell yeah. Tomorrow you can answer the question, what can I do now that will make my 2022 amazing? Jennifer, I love that. All right. You guys have an amazing day. And I look forward to chatting with you again tomorrow. Peace.